In 2018, we ain't fucking with fake, messy, toxic bitches. Period. Okay? Hey you guys, I'm back with a new video, and today is a chit chat get ready with me. Right now I'm getting ready for work. Started moisturizing my face with this tea tree oil. I've been loving this, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Nothing really ever works out for me, and I don't want to get on here and sound like I'm just complaining about things, but I'm not. I'm finna do my brows. I think I'm gonna do my brows off camera because I don't want this to be, well, I don't know. We're gonna see, but yeah. But it's like I can't really talk when I do my brows because it's pretty hard. Like I'm not a pro yet, so I have to like concentrate. And I just had I got a feeling that my roommate's gonna walk in. So we basically just moved back in for the semester. It's 2018. And I'm just like really not motivated at all. And it's like, I don't know, it's because I have a job now or what, but it's like really hard to do both. My mom, she tells me every time, you're down there to go to school, Kayla. You were not down there to get a job. You know, but it gets hard sometimes when you want things and you can't afford them and you're tired of asking people for money and you have all these family members but they never call you and ask you what you need. You know, this, that, and this, that. It's just a lot. It's a lot of reasons why I got a job. Last year, my schedule was pretty flexible, but this year, my schedule isn't really all that flexible. I was considered a freshman when I first got up here, and I just caught my credits up like last semester. So now I'm a sophomore, if that makes sense to you guys. Like when I first got up here, my major was really undecided. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Well, no, not when I first got up here, but when I first applied to the school, my major was undecided because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And till this day, I really don't think I want to be an art teacher anymore. And I say that because a lot of people who ask me what my major is, they always get disappointed. Like, really? That's what you want to do? And it's like, you know, I don't really know what they want me to say. You know, I don't know. But like all of my friends, they have these big hopes and dreams and they're guaranteed to make money. Yeah, I do know teachers don't bring in a lot of money. I know that. I honestly do. But it's like I want to do something that I love. And I don't want to have to go through all these trials and tribulations just to get a degree, if that makes sense. But then again, I don't want to get the degree and I can't, you know, do anything with it. So that's like my biggest fear. I go through like daily thoughts. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I really cannot talk when I do my brows. Like I have to like get it together. I'm not a good multitasker. But I go through daily thoughts thinking about like, damn, like is this really what I want to do? And I've currently been wanting to change my major. I want to be a traveling nurse. My cousin, she's a traveling nurse and she makes really good money. But then again, like, I don't want to, you know, say for instance, if I have a family one day and I have to leave and stuff, it's just stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know, y'all. Like, I do want to be a traveling nurse, but like I said, money isn't everything, and that's what I have to keep telling myself. But then another reason why I also want to change my major is because, for one, they don't have it, and I talked about that in my last Chit Chat Get Ready With Me. But my major is art now. It was art education at first, but now it's just art. So yeah, I was thinking about changing my major to education and doing my minor as art. I really don't know, like, y'all, it's really complicated. And then again, I was gonna get my master's anyway, so I was gonna do 6 years anyway, so that's why I'm not really stressing about it, but I am, if that makes sense. But yeah, another reason why I want to change my major is because I work. The lady who I work with, she's a teacher. She's an older lady and she's a teacher, and her part-time job is at Walmart. I work at Walmart, if I didn't say that. But it's like that really just discouraged me, because yeah, I want to have multiple income coming in, but I don't want to stress myself with 2 jobs. I know I can't do 2 jobs. I can barely go to work and do school at the same time, so I know 2 jobs is going to be super stressful for me. So it's like, oh my god, what is the fuck? I just went all in my eyebrow with this, y'all. I can't see. But yeah, it's like super stressful for me this semester. I have 5 classes and I don't have any art classes this semester because I couldn't get into them because they were all closed. So I'm fucked. So I'm gonna be behind on my art classes, but I'd rather be behind on my art classes rather than my main courses. So after this semester, after I pass all of my main courses, that's gonna be it for main courses. It's gonna be nothing but art, and I'm somewhat excited, but at the same time I'm not, because those art supplies aren't cheap. They really aren't. And I really love to draw, y'all. Like, it's not something that like I play about, you know. But then again, it's like when I have the classes or whatever, it's like I hate being forced to draw. It's like when your mom, it's like when you plan on washing the dishes or whatever, and then your mom tells you to wash them, and then you're like, fuck, like now I don't want to do it. Like, you just ruined it for me. Like, it's like something like that. Like, I don't like to be forced to do anything. Oh, it has to be due like in 3 days. Like, you can't rush art. And like, I feel like I haven't been giving my best, and I really haven't been practicing because all of my work has been rushed last semester. Like, my art was not really good because everything was rushed. But yeah, what else I wanted to tell y'all about? Yeah, I've been working at Walmart for a month now, and it's gonna be 2 months on the 15th. Today is the 13th or the 14th, so tomorrow, I think today is the 14th, but so tomorrow will be my 2nd month working there, and I'm so excited because I really never had a real job, and I really do like this job. So yeah, and the things that I had to go through to just keep the job, y'all would be surprised. So I'm gonna tell y'all. But I'm sorry if I sound down. It's just because I'm trying to concentrate. So let me just do this first, and then I'm gonna start talking. Let me just do this, even though I'm done now. But yeah. What was I saying? When I first got the job, I got hired on in November. November the 15th was my hire date. I started working on Black Friday, and I was so scared because everybody know how Black Friday is. Everybody know how people can get when there's a sale. So, oh, y'all like my nails? They're mood nails. You can't really see because of this horrible ass orange ass lighting. But yeah, I got hired. I started working on Black Friday, and I was super scared that they were gonna throw me on the register. I don't like the register. I never did, and I definitely never will. But yeah. But luckily they didn't throw me on the register, but eventually they did. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. But this man, I had my first bad customer. Like, it was like my 4th day or something like that. And I was working the counter where you can like get the cigarettes and stuff. And this man came through the line and he asked for cash back, and he wanted $100. So I gave him a $100 hold. And he was like, oh, I didn't want a $100 bill. I wanted 20s. We have a lot of 20s. So I didn't want to give him the 20s. So I was like, okay, let me call the manager over so she can unlock the register or whatever. I had a long line, mind y'all. Like, I worked the night shift, and it, like, around the nighttime, it's only 2 registers open. And most people that come through my register, it was more people on my register because they were trying to get cigarettes. I was like, go to a gas station or something, you know? But whatever, I ain't gonna be rude. But, yeah. So, this man, he was like, he wanted, I said that already. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? But he was like, he wanted he didn't want $100 hole or whatever. So I called my manager over there, and she was basically like, just when you ring her up, take it out then. And I was like, okay. And I forgot. And the man was like, so when I closed it, like, I was like, you know, like when you get to learning something new, everything becomes like super repetitive. So it's like I was moving in the rhythm that I, you know, was going on, you know. So I hit the register with my hip, and the man was like, oh. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I will take it out on the next. He was like, you know what? Just give me the fucking $100. He snatched it out of my hands. He was like, you fucking asshole. And I was like, really? Are you serious right now? Like, it's my birthday. I'm sorry. Like, I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, is it really that serious? Like, I was legit finna cry because I couldn't believe how rude he was to me. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. Like, I can't believe how rude people are, period. But it was like, it was something that I never really, you know, it was something that I never really went through, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Let me go with my sponge. That was my first rude customer, and I was like so heartbroken. Like, I really wanted to cry because I was already stressed out from, you know, I didn't know what the fuck to do. So yeah. But it came close to winter break. You know, we go home for that long ass month or whatever, and I had to work, so I couldn't stay on campus. I mean, I could, but I didn't have a car. I still don't have a car, y'all. So it's kind of hard to get back and forth to work, and that's the main reason why I didn't want to start working. But I didn't have anywhere to stay. I have a cousin that stays down here, but I don't really know her like that, and she stays like an hour away from here. So I just knew that was gonna be too much. So I didn't like bother to ask. So it's this girl who I became friends with. I met her last year. She was my sweet mate or whatever. So I asked her, first I asked about her because my friend, she was friends on Snapchat. Like, we was never like friends, but we was like associates, if that makes sense. But she was like, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm all over the place. Hold on. Let me do this. But yeah, at first I added her on Snapchat or whatever. So I basically asked her, I was like, hey, would you mind if I stay with you for the winter break, because I have a job and I really need to work, and I'll pay you to let me stay with you. And she was like, yeah. And I really wasn't expecting her to say yeah, because she's the type of person where, like, she's like super bougie or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, if y'all meet her, y'all know what I'm talking about. But she got like this real snotty attitude or whatever. So she was like, yeah, and I was real shocked because I wasn't expecting her to say yeah. Or whatever. When everybody left, I was super nervous. I was super lost because I was gonna be down here with nobody, basically fending for myself. But I had to do what I had to do because I had to make money and I needed money. So everything was going good until I came back and she just was like acting real funny. So I realized that the Wi-Fi wasn't working anymore. It was just little stuff, y'all, like little stuff. So I realized that the Wi-Fi wasn't working anymore, and She got that Wi-Fi where like you can change your password and your name to anything. So she basically changed the Wi-Fi on me. And how I knew that the Wi-Fi, how I knew that she did that is because the strongest Wi-Fi is gonna be the first one. Duh. And then you know how like when you click on it, like it was like acting like it was gonna connect because I was once connected. So yeah, that's how I knew that that was the Wi-Fi. So after that, I wasn't really for sure, but I suspected it. So, cause like after I suspected it, she asked me, she was like, "Have you noticed that the Wi-Fi hasn't been working?" And I was like, "Yeah, I realized that." So I was like, maybe I was just like over exaggerating or whatever. But one day she left and I got on her laptop for something. I know that wasn't like my business to do that, but I just was trying to see something. So I put in her code to her laptop, and that was the Wi-Fi. It was connected to that Wi-Fi. So it was connected to that Wi-Fi, and I was like, I knew it. Like, I knew it. So when I first got back or whatever, I came in and I was just basically, I put my stuff down and I basically let her know that I was here. And she was just acting like super weird. So she was like, basically like, yeah, okay. Like she didn't want to be bothered with me. Like, you know, girls know. Girls know when somebody like is acting different. So, I was like, okay, she's acting weird, so maybe she's just not feeling well or something like that. I don't know what I thought. But when I got back, she locked her door. And I slept in the room with her, but I slept on the floor. Mind y'all, she had a big-ass queen-size bed. But I wasn't tripping because I wouldn't want to share my bed either. But I would instead of letting somebody sleep on the floor for a whole month. Like, y'all, my back was hurting every day. But like I said, I was just trying to get money. I really didn't care. So, after that, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all hear that music. They are so rude. But, yeah. So, she locked her door. And I was like, okay. But she gave me the key. Mind y'all. Okay, let me back up. Because I'm just talking right now. Okay, so when I asked her could I stay with her, she was like, yeah, you can stay with me, but I do have a roommate, but don't feel like you're overstepping because this is my apartment. My name's on the lease. I just have a roommate. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just going to stay out the way. So when I got there, her roommate left. She went home for the break. So it was just me and her. So she gave me a key to her room in the front door, okay? So when she locked the door, I was like, okay, I do have a key. So I just basically unlocked the door and I got my covers and stuff out of there and I slept in the living room. The living room didn't have any furniture either, so I was still on the floor. So, things just started getting extra weird. When I first got down there, we were like this, y'all. Like, she was picking me up from work. She was taking me to work. She was basically helping me out, but I was paying her to do that. So when she stopped doing so, I stopped paying her. Period. Like, I didn't care about it. She could have put me out, but it's just the fact that I was only staying down there for 4 weeks, basically. And that was going to be and I wasn't giving her more than $200 because I really felt like that, yeah, you're doing me a huge favor, but at the same time, like, you don't pay lights, you don't pay water, you're basically just paying to stay here. But I'm paying you to stay here too, but I'm not finna overdo it because my checks wasn't that much. If I made a lot, then yeah, I would have been generous, but I didn't feel like she was being generous to me, so I'm not gonna give somebody my hard-working money just for them to treat me like shit. No. So I had to basically find me a way to work every day. Like, I was giving people $10 to take me to work and pick me up. So 7 days out the week, that's $70 fucking dollars, y'all. Like, I was basically just, I wasn't finna give her money for not doing what she's supposed to do and then turn around and give somebody else money. So yeah, I stopped paying her. I paid her one time and I get paid 2 times a month. So yeah, I paid her one time, I didn't pay her the second time, and it was almost time for me to leave anyway, so I just didn't. Like, that's just how I felt. Like, I'm not finna, you're treating me like I don't belong here, like you don't want me here, so I'm not finna give you my money, period. So yeah, what happened after that? Yeah, after she changed the Wi-Fi, whatever, I suspected that something was wrong. So every night, like, she would go, when I first moved with her, we were basically going to one of her friend's house, and they had like a little Christmas party, and then it was another girl staying with her friend, but her friend put her out. The girl is from the same place that I'm from, and we were basically trying to do the same thing. We were just trying to work, and they were just basically treating her wrong, talking about her or whatever, saying she needs to go. And I didn't put money in the Christmas party because I didn't know anything about it, but I didn't eat either. So when I got there, they was like, you can eat. And I was like, you know what, nah, I'm good. You know, because I didn't want nobody to feel like she didn't put in on this, so she can't eat, you know, even though I wouldn't do nobody like that, but everybody's not cut from the same cloth as you, and that's what I had to teach myself. So afterwards, what time is it? Because I got to keep up with the time. Okay, so afterwards, she just basically... she was going up with her friend. Like, she wasn't inviting me to go places. Like, normally we would go to the mall together and all this and all that. But basically, she was just basically leaving. She would leave me at the house. And I just felt like that was rude. Like, you know I don't have a car. So, the least you could do is ask me, do I want to go with you? But whatever. I didn't really care about it. Whatever. So, she would just leave. She wouldn't tell me where, like, she was going and stuff. So, yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm being clingy, but it's just the principle, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm supposed to be, say for instance, like, you know, I'm talking to y'all, okay? You know, I come on here and I vent to y'all. Just say for instance, if y'all were staying with me and I just started doing weird shit, like not inviting y'all places, and I just leave y'all in the house all day, that's mean, that's rude. Like, you don't do that to people. That's evil. So yeah. So after that, she was basically staying out all night, coming in late. She would have to, it really wasn't a problem. I just could sense like she was probably tired of me. And how I knew that she was probably tired of me is because when I first got there, she was talking shit about her roommate. She was like, basically she don't like her roommate, and she basically had sex with the roommate. She was talking to the roommate's cousin, and her and the roommate cousin had a thing for each other. They had sex on the first night, and the boy basically ditched her. Everybody knows that you don't bust it on the first night. What are you saying? Like, you can't be mad at her. So she was basically taking out her anger on her roommate, and I feel like that was wrong. Like, she didn't really have a legit reason to why she didn't like her. She said that the girl didn't clean up and whatever, but she didn't clean up either, y'all. Like, okay, they shower. It didn't drain out of the way. I guess hair's in it or whatever, but it didn't drain out of the way. So as you were taking a shower, it was basically filling up the tub as you were taking a shower. So it would be a ring around the tub. She didn't clean the shit either, and her roommate was gone. So I cleaned up the bathroom. I washed the dishes. I did all of that, you know, because I was staying. So okay, I'm gonna clean too. So yeah, she was basically just picking at the girl. The girl really didn't do nothing. The girl smokes weed, but okay, who doesn't smoke weed these days? Like, you can't get mad. She's paying rent here just like you're paying rent here, period. Like, she didn't have a legit reason to not like the girl. And she always falls out with people that she gets close with. And I've realized that. So she just basically just up and had a issue with me. So the second to the last night of me staying there, I slept in the living room for a whole week, and I was just basically counting down. We moved in. We were supposed to move in on the 7th of January, but I moved in on the 6th. I could have moved in on the 5th, but I didn't know that. If I knew that, I would have been left. Like, I basically felt like I overstayed my welcome, and I wasn't welcomed anymore. So before that, I was thinking about, she sells hair, okay? And I was basically thinking about buying hair from her. So I was like, okay, you have really good hair. How much would it be if, you know, I can get 3 bundles and a frontal or whatever? She was like, yeah, it's going to be like 2 something for what you want, which isn't bad, you know. But I did some research online, and I got on Nadula Hair, and Nadula Hair was way cheaper. So that's what I went with. So she was mad because I didn't buy hair from her. And it was this girl who I wanted to do my hair that she knew. She is from Ohio. So she was like basically bashing the girl. She can't do hair. She's messy. I'm like, what does that got to do with her doing my hair? Like, her being messy don't got shit to do with me. And be for real, what hairstylist doesn't gossip? So she basically hates on everybody that's like trying to do something with themselves. She feels like everybody tries to be like her, and I just can't click with people like that. So she got mad because I didn't want to buy hair from her. Like, I support black business, like, for real. But if there's a way that I could save money, then honey, what are you saying? I'm gonna do that. So going back to it, when it was time for me to go, like the last night, her roommate came back. So she had her friends over, right? And they were cooking tacos. Do you think that this bitch offered me anything to eat? She didn't offer me anything to eat. Nothing. Like, mind you, I was in the living room. They didn't ask me did I want to come in the room and watch a movie with them. Nothing. Like, I basically was the outcast. And I'm just like, really? Are you serious? And I'm just sitting here not doing my makeup. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just talking. But yeah, I was basically the outcast. And they were just treating me like complete shit. Like I wasn't even there, basically. So, I text my mom. I was like, Mama, could y'all please come and get me? I can't do this shit no more, basically. She was like, Kayla, I just don't feel like that's a reason. I was really mad at my mama, though. I'm not gonna lie. But she came the next day and I moved in. But going back to that night, when her roommate came in and she left out, she was like, oh, well, hell nah, now I'm really finna go. And I took that as an insult. But before that, she basically was in the kitchen. The apartment is super little. I'm a bad storyteller, y'all. I know that y'all know that. I'm sorry, but it all comes to me as I'm speaking, so bear with me. Just piece it together. So when I was in the living room, the apartment is really small, so the kitchen is like literally right there. So she was basically in the refrigerator, and it was like some queso in there that I had, and it was basically gone. But you know how like you leave stuff in the fridge and you forget to throw it away? Yeah, that's basically what I did. She was like, Kayla, why didn't you throw this away? Like, she was just picking at me. She was just picking at me. She was really just picking at me, y'all. Like, Kayla, why didn't you throw this away? I was ignoring her the whole time, y'all. Why didn't you throw this away? So, I didn't say nothing back. So she's like, so she was putting up the dishes or whatever. And she's like, this is dirty. This is dirty. This is dirty. Mind y'all, before that, she texts me out of nowhere asking me, do I have the missing forks and spoons? I didn't text her ass back. Bitch, what the fuck am I gonna do with some damn spoons and forks? Make a fucking robot? What do you think I'm gonna do with some fucking mixing forks and spoons? She was just basically picking. She was basically trying to start an issue with me so I would leave. But I couldn't go anywhere. So it's like, trust me, y'all, I would have left. I would have left if I had somewhere to go. But I'm like 2 hours away from home and I don't have a car. So, she was just basically picking. She was basically picking. So when her roommate comes in, after she just finished talking shit about the girl, all of a sudden she's buddy-buddy with her. Mind y'all, the girls that was over there, she was talking shit to me about them. One of the girls borrowed $40 from her and they never pay her back, and she bashed the fuck out of them. You broke, bitch. Yeah, nah. I'm never talking to her again. I don't like her anymore. Just basically talking shit, y'all. Like, the bitch is fake. She's a phony ass bitch. So when her roommate came in or whatever, she was basically just acting like she just wasn't saying she was gonna go home because she's back now. What are you saying? Like, oh my God. Like, these are the type of females that us girls need to stay away from because they're toxic and they're messy as fuck. In 2018, we ain't fucking with fake, messy, toxic bitches. Period. So I heard her roommate knock on the door and ask her, did she use her soap? Bitch gonna text me. No, after I heard that she knocked on the door, y'all, I don't know if she, now I'm in the living room, y'all, but I heard her close the door, and then I heard whispering, like it was like far whispering. So I think she like pulled her arm in the door and closed the door, and they were in there talking about me. So I guess she told the girl that I used her soap. I have my own soap. So I basically just started packing my shit because, it was just too much, y'all. It was like, it's a petty situation, but it's like to the point where, like, if you're like me and you have like these sensitive feelings, it's like certain things that bothers you and triggers your, it's it was too much. It was too much. And in that moment, I realized I would never have a roommate. And in that moment, I realized that nobody's your friend these days. So the next day, I left that morning or whatever. And she had to be to work at 5 every morning. So that's why I said I really didn't know if it was an issue or not, because I really didn't see her. Because like when she would wake up and go to work, I would be, and when she got off work, I would be going to work. And when I came in late, she was asleep. So I mean, I didn't even talk to the bitch. So I don't see what the issue was. So the next day, I packed my shit and I left. And I took those keys and I set them in her room on the dresser. And like shortly after I moved in, she texted me talking about where did you put my keys? I blocked her number. Bitch, I don't want your keys. I don't want any dealings with you, period. So she unfollowed me on Twitter. She unadded me off of Facebook, and she unfriended me off Snapchat. Which is okay. I don't really care. We have nothing else to talk about. And I hope you're watching this because I know you subscribe to me, bitch. And yeah, I don't care, y'all. I really don't care. Like, I don't know if it's me, and I'm just all in my nose. I don't know if it's me or not, but it's like I can never get along with anybody. Never. I could never get along with anybody. And like, I don't know if it's me or not. Like, or is God just telling me, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's like, it's always something with me. Like, I can never just move on with my life and just enjoy my life without having a bitch try me. I'm sorry, y'all. My roommate walked in and she's always walking in when I'm filming, and I just like turn the whole thing off because it's super weird. But what was I saying? I really didn't touch on anything but the whole thing that I have a job now. I'm probably gonna change my major, and I'm probably gonna be in school forever, but it's gonna be all worth it. And that bitches is fake these days, and you think people are your friend and you think people are here for you, but they honestly aren't. That's it for this chit chat. Get ready with me. What else do I want to say? Right now we are at 420 something subscribers the last time I looked. I'm not really sure of the number, but I know I'm at 400. I want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I want to get really close to you guys. I want y'all to get to know me. So what I want you guys to do is follow my Instagram, right? It's going to be down here somewhere. It's the Kayla Denise, okay? I'm going to do a get to know me tag, and I want y'all to ask me questions. So get in my DMs and ask me questions. Go follow me. My page is public. Ask me questions. Like, I want y'all to get to know me. So yeah. What else? That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Your girl's about to go make her coins, you know. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to go ask me questions on my Instagram. Ask me anything you want to ask me. So yeah, bye.